Alright. Let me tell you something most people won't. You want to know how I made my first million? It wasn't by shouting the loudest. It was by shutting my mouth. Yeah, you heard me. Silence. That's the secret weapon nobody talks about because they're too busy making noise. They think the guy who talks the most, who has the flashiest pitch, is the one who wins. Nah. The real power? It's in the quiet. It's in the pause that makes the other guy sweat. When I was starting out, hustling, trying to make a name for myself, I was just like everyone else. I thought I had to prove how smart I was. I'd jump into every conversation, try to have the last word, try to dominate the room with my voice. I was a loudmouth kid, and you know what that got me? A whole lot of nothing. People saw me coming a mile away. They'd either tune me out or see me as a clown. I was just another sound in a city full of noise. All talk, no substance. I was losing deals, missing opportunities, and getting frustrated. I couldn't figure out why my hustle wasn't paying off. I was working hard, but I was working dumb. Then one day, I'm in this meeting with this old timer. A real OG. This guy had built an empire from the ground up. And the whole time I'm pitching him, yapping away about my grand plans, he just sat there. He didn't say a word. Just looked at me, nodding slowly. It was unnerving. I started getting nervous, stumbling over my words. I was so used to getting a reaction, an argument, something. But he gave me nothing. Just silence. And in that silence, I started hearing myself for the first time. I sounded desperate. I sounded like I was trying to convince myself more than him. When I finally ran out of steam, just completely out of breath, he leaned forward and said, "You done?" I nodded. He then pointed out every single flaw in my plan in about 2 sentences. He hadn't needed to argue. He let me hang myself with my own rope. That was my wake-up call. I realized the loudest person in the room is often the weakest. They're revealing their hand, showing their insecurities, filling the space because they're terrified of what might happen if they don't. Power doesn't need to announce itself. So I started practicing it. The art of the shut up. In negotiations, I'd state my price, my terms, and then, nothing. Just silence. You would not believe how uncomfortable people get. They can't stand it. They think something's wrong. They start talking, just to fill the void. And when they start talking, they start giving things away. They'll say, "Well, we could maybe do this price." Or "I guess we have some wiggle room on the timeline." They negotiate against themselves. I didn't have to say a thing. I just let their own anxiety do the work for me. It's like a magic trick. By saying less, I started getting more. Look, this isn't just about business deals. This applies to everything. Your boss, your relationships, any situation where you want to have the upper hand. People are programmed to fill silence. Let them. When you ask a question, a real, important question, just wait. Don't jump in. Don't rephrase it. Don't help them. Let the silence hang in the air. The answer you get after that long, awkward pause? That's the real answer. That's the one they didn't want to give you. That's the truth. Think about it. When you're quiet, you're in control. You're observing. You're listening. You're gathering information while everyone else is spilling it. You become a sponge, not a faucet. You see the little tells, the nervous ticks, the shift in their eyes. You see the whole picture, not just the part they want you to see. That's a superpower. You want to be respected? Stop trying to demand it with your words. Command it with your silence. Let your presence speak for you. If you're finding any of this useful, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. I'm dropping gems like this all the time, stuff you won't learn in some fancy business school. This is straight psychology. The Vory Code. We're building an army of thinkers here, not just talkers. So join the crew. Now, let's get into the mechanics of it. There are different types of silence. There's the I'm thinking silence, which shows you're taking them seriously. It makes the other person feel important. After they make a point, just pause for a few seconds before you respond. Let them think you're really considering their words. It builds respect. Then there's the power pause, the one I used in that negotiation. You make your statement, and you stop cold. You look them in the eye. You don't flinch. This creates tension. It forces them to respond to your frame, on your terms. Most people will crack under that pressure. They'll start offering concessions just to break the tension. It's beautiful to watch. You're playing chess while they're playing checkers. But here's the key, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That silence is going to feel awkward to you at first, too. Your own brain will be screaming at you to say something, anything. You have to fight that urge. Practice it. Next time you're ordering a coffee, just pause for an extra 2 seconds before you answer a question. See how it feels. Get used to owning that space. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes and the more powerful you become. This one move, just learning to shut up and listen, took my net worth from 0 to 7 figures faster than anything else. Because while everyone was busy broadcasting their every move, I was quietly collecting the information that mattered. I knew who was bluffing, who was desperate, who held the real cards. Knowledge is power, but most of that knowledge comes from listening, not from talking. People will literally tell you everything you need to know to beat them. You just have to let them. When you're silent, you project confidence. It's a quiet confidence. It says, I don't need to impress you. I know my value. People are drawn to that. They become curious. They want to know what you're thinking. You create an information gap, a mystery. And people are hardwired to want to solve mysteries. You become more magnetic, more influential, just by holding your tongue. So, here's my challenge to you. For the next 24 hours, try to talk 50% less and listen 50% more. In your next important conversation, make your point and then stop talking. See what happens. Watch the other person. Listen to what they say in the quiet. I guarantee you'll learn something you wouldn't have otherwise. You'll start to see the matrix. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We can get into using specific phrases to break the silence, body language, all of it. But it all starts with this one fundamental rule: master the silence, and you'll master the room. If you made it this far, you're one of the real ones. You're not just looking for cheap tricks, you're looking for real power. I want you to do something for me. Go down to the comments and write "silence is golden." I want to see who's really paying attention, who's ready to change the game. And while you're there, watch my next video. It's popping up on the screen right now. In that one, I break down the 3 words you can use to make anyone reveal their true intentions. You think this was good? Just wait, click it. I'll see you there.